And hello there. Welcome on in, everybody. Sir Fryman here, King Pepe II. Going to cover the latest with the new Sonya costume and talk about it, discuss it. Okay, but before we get into it, like, subscribe if you enjoy the video, enjoy the content, your thoughts on Sonya's new build. How do you see her in the future being used as well? And with that being said, let's get to it. So let me bring it on up. Here it is. Okay, so here's the live updates or notice that they had here not long ago. So, Little Pumpkin Girl Sonya's costume and exclusive gear is going to be available for pickup on October 30th. So, tomorrow it is happening. So, this is Sonya, as you can all see, right? This is Sonya. Okay, so let's discuss a little bit about her skills because I myself had to kind of like think about what this was being said. Maybe I'm just a little slow. I don't know. So, Little Pumpkin Girl Sonya's Darkness. Okay, so her range is 9 squares. Okay, so very big range. A little bit more than her previous costume, but still nonetheless was covering a lot. It was like the T formation. Okay, so +0. So her SP cost is 5. Her cooldown time is 3. She deals magic damage to the enemy equal to 200% of your magic attack. She applies Nightmare to the enemy for 2 turns, dealing magic damage equal to 45% of your magic attack. Okay, so the more that we look at her with +1 throughout +5, cooldown time stays the same, so she can attack every other turn. +1, SP cost goes down by 1 point. That's always, like I said, and I'll always say it in every single video. 90% of costumes are always like that when they debut. Um, so what is Nightmare mode? Or Nightmare mode. What is Nightmare? Okay, so they actually give a description down here. So every time the target takes damage, bonus damage is inflicted based on the caster's stats. So it says stats, attack, magic attack, crit rates, crit damage, property damage, elemental property, attack property, critical damage, property damage, chain damage, and damage received modifiers are applied. Okay, so we read a little bit more. Now, this is where I had to like kind of think like, what they meant by this. So hopefully this does make a little bit more sense to you guys. So bonus damage does not contribute to chain stacking. Okay? Bonus damage does not apply to additional damage, counter damage, continuous damage, which is DOT, or collision damage, which is basically knockback damage, meaning like Rue's ability and Terese's first costume. I forgot what it's called again off the top of my head. But yeah, you know how like when you knock a target back and they collide, basically like whoever's behind them and they do damage. That's what they mean by that. If the caster dies, bonus damage is calculated based on the caster's base stats. Bonus damage does not affect the count of beneficial or harmful effects, and bonus damage does not apply to targets that are immune to damage. And yes, I forgot to turn that off in the lower right hand corner. Anyway, let me see here. So here's her weapon, but we'll get into that a little later. So what this means is that even though it says every time the target takes damage, bonus damage is inflicted based on the caster's stats. And then this says bonus damage does not contribute to chain stacking. So meaning, and this is how someone worded it to me, because I need a little help from my friend here to understand what this meant. It means each individual hit from a unit, specifically from a basic attack or a skill, activates the additional damage from Nightmare, giving you free additional damage. So it's like basically like once Sonya casts the caster skill, um, and let's just say you attack with a just basic attack, it's going to um I don't know. It doesn't really say double or something like that, but it just gives bonus damage based off of Sonya's stats. So everything that you see here is going to be based off of how well you build Sonya, right? Her magic percentage in particular. So that's what this means. So yeah, it's basically like how um, Grunhilder was able to do more damage based off of her energy guard that was applied to her. So like that's stacked up, right? Like I applied Dystopia's Deanna's energy guard on her, and I also applied Bridal Refithia's energy guard on her, you know, as well. So like it stacked up, and she did a tremendous amount of damage behind her idol, ability too. So with this, this is like kind of like the same thing as at least how I view it as with like bonus damage, but it's pertaining to Sonya's magic percentage, right? So yeah, that's how I see this as. And as for the chain stacking, obviously, guys, if there was chain stacking in this, she would be broken as hell. So they had to find a way to balance this out, right? But yeah, so that's why chain stacking doesn't really apply. So I know, right? They had a balancer, guys. Okay, but yeah, I mean, if I am explaining this correctly, I really do hope this helps you guys out. If you level up her skill tree, her damage goes further by 25% for magic here. So instead of like, if you look at her at +5, for example, she deals magic damage to the enemy equal to 275%. So instead, that would be 300% of your magic attack. Nightmare would go up to apply Nightmare to the enemy for 2 turns, dealing magic damage equal to 90% of your magic attack. That would be 100%, right? So yeah, investment wise, now Sonya is actually really really strong as a like sub DPS unit in my opinion. That's why I +5'd her first costume out because she was very very helpful. Especially you didn't have to rely a lot on Levia's track and field as much now. So yeah, now you have like 2 of them, right? With magic, with vulnerability. You know what I mean? Except Levia was only exclusive to magic vulnerability. Um, Sonya's first costume was all around, so like you can didn't matter who you had equipped with her, right? So yeah, that's basically what's going down with this. So I would say if you want to level her up a little bit more with stats, wise, +2. You can even go +3. I mean, I think +3 would be investment wise. Just because it applies to the enemy for 4 turns instead of 2 turns, right? So I would say +3 would be the best place to invest in, but that's totally up to you guys. Her SP cost still stays at 4, which isn't bad at all either. Okay, that's not a bad one. The cooldown turn, like I said, is 3, so it stays the same no matter how many times you plus her. So that's a nice thing too there. So yeah, +3 her. I would say that's great. I wouldn't really go further than that. You can do it if you want to, but that's my opinion on it. Other than that, she is looking to be very helpful in a lot of fights that we'll be getting later down the line. So, is she a win? Yes, she's a win when it comes to support. And yeah, and also her rerun of her exclusive gear here is also going to be coming back. Exclusive attribute is magic attack percentage, 45%. And then you get her fixed crit damage at 50% with, whatever other or rolled here with her other stats or attributes. But other than that, guys, that's the lowdown. I hope this helped you guys out. Decide. You can also unlock her in the Golden Thread shop, so keep that in mind. Okay, it resets every single month. You can also unlock her in the Powder of Hope shop, right? Okay. So other than that, happy pulling. Good luck, and I'll catch you all in the next. Take care.